initial predictions on how this whole thing would go. But now I have a new prediction. After seeing some basketball, nobody can beat Orlando, I said. Pardon me, I will be stopping to cough on occasion. I'm still just a little bit ill. So, so just off on that too. Nobody can beat Orlando, I thought. The team's untouchable. Oh, God, it's so, I got to be better than this. I have to know. And I don't know why I get so fooled into things. Of course, these teams with the veteran guys, the guys that have done it before and been through this before, and the teams with the deep benches, of course, these teams are going to be the ones that had success in the playoffs, of course. What was I thinking? Listen, I love Oklahoma City, but what are they doing? Are they making it to the Western Conference Finals? Come on. I mean, come on, really? I really like Atlanta this year, but were they really going to make some noise deep into the playoffs? What was I mean, Dallas was the only team where they should have done better than they did. I mean, they really should have. That team was stacked, put together. I mean, they didn't even, use Karam Butler in the playoffs. What? Okay, yeah, no, all-star on your team. Keep him on the bench. Yeah, what? So, that's the hard part about this, about doing this and talking about sports, is trying to make predictions correctly. Too hard. So I'm done. I'm not going to try to I'm not going to try to predict games anymore. What's the point? I'm just going to, I don't know. We'll talk about something else. Anybody pay attention to politics? Or I don't really. Somebody tell me something. Let's talk about politics. Okay. TD wants to know who got the first pick yesterday. For those of you who don't know, NBA lottery last night, and the first pick actually went to the Washington Wizards. Yeah, I know, crazy. Washington Wizards. I have that on my list. So they will be selecting John Wall. I think that's a given. I think everybody knows that's coming. So John Wall will be Washington Wizards, and I'm not sure how that's going to work. Listen, I think they're going to have to get rid of Gilbert Arenas. I don't think they have a choice but to ship Arenas out the door. I've never liked Gilbert Arenas. I'll say that right now. You can go look at the tapes because they're all out there. I have never been a Gilbert Arenas fan. I've always thought he was too selfish to be a point guard, too small to be a two guard, too limited is what he can do. I mean, he can shoot. That's what he can do. I mean, that's literally the extent of what he does is shooting. He can shoot really, really well. But I got nothing. I mean, I've never been a big fan of shoot-first point guards. That's not what a point guard does. And with Gilbert, I always thought that he was on that level of guys like Kobe's and LeBron's. I always thought that he felt he was a lot better than he really was. I mean, nicknaming himself and just the whole attitude and everything. And then with the guns in the locker room, that thing that just happened, it's like, okay, man, this guy's a goofball. Get him out. Get him out of town. And so now they're going to bring in John Wall. They're going to draft John Wall and build this franchise around him. I mean, I'm assuming, but come on, that's kind of what they have to do, right? Wes, I'm gonna talk about that in a minute. The SMA CD release party, Squishmint and Assassins. If you guys don't know, I'll talk about that in a little bit.